Today I am going to teach about the construction principle construction working of a solar cell. So question is once again the detail. I explain the detail of principle construction and working of a solar cell. So this is a fourth question for IT student. So I am going to teach that question in detail. First, what is the meaning of solar cell? The first point is it is a large area photodiode. It is a large area photodiode. So I already explained the construction working of photodiode in detail in the previous classes. So you know about the photodiode. So solar cell is a large area photodiode. Solar cell is a large area photodiode. Photodiode is a small device that produces very small amount of electrical energy, but solar cell, that is a large area photodiode, will produce a large amount of electricity with the help of solar cell. We know the solar cell is very useful for the purpose of street light, the automatic light on off system, everything. So that's the first point. The second one is another one that which convert light energy into the corresponding electrical energy. So solar cell is a device, or it is a large area photodiode. That device which convert light energy into electrical energy. So this is about the solar cell. Next, the point is construction. What construction behind this solar cell? Actually, the solar cell is made up of heavily doped p-type and n-type semiconductor. Solar cell is a heavily doped. It's made up of heavily doped p and n-type semiconductor over a substrate. So now I also going to draw the diagram. The substrate. Over this substrate, a p-type and n-type semiconductors are made. This is a substrate. Over this substrate, a p-type and n-type semiconductors are there. So we draw that diagram. This is substrate. It is n-type semiconductor, that majority negative charge electron, and this is a p-type semiconductor. This is named as depletion region. So construction, we are going to see about the construction. PN, that is solar cell, consists of a substrate. Over that, a p-type and n-type semiconductors are developed. P-type semiconductor where positive charge hole is majority carrier, N-type semiconductor where negative charge electron is majority charge carrier, and this is a depletion layer, and here it's a glass. It's a glass. It is a glass. Glass is very useful for absorbing the light which is going to be fall on this solar cell. PN junction, that is the solar cell. This glass is able to absorb the light energy. Based on the absorption of light energy, there is a formation of the hole and electron pair taken place in PN junction diode. Then automatically the electricity will be produces. So this is a construction. Then in that particular part also given, that is some load resistance. Load resistance are provided. Load resistance are connected across the P and N type with the help of these things, that is substrate and other things. That is here it is RL, load resistance. Another one important point, the thickness of P-type semiconductor and N-type semiconductor is small in this case of solar cell. The thickness of a P-type semiconductor and N-type semiconductor is, that is in region, P region and N region. This semiconductor that is very small for making a cell, that is solar cell. So with the help of a conduct we are provided load resistance also. So this is a construction. Then what about the symbolical representation of solar cell? This is a symbolical representation of solar cell. So one anode, one cathode, then a light energy. This arrow indicates that the light energy, light, incident light is going to be fall on this particular one. So this is a basic about the solar cell. So what is solar cell? It is a large area photodiode that convert light energy into an electrical energy. Then automatically the principle is conversion of light energy into electrical energy construction. The P-type and N-type semiconductors are that is developed over that substrate, and above this, on that P and N type semiconductor, a glass is there. That glass is very useful for absorbing light in order to initiate to producing the electricity. So our aim is to produce electricity. So for that purpose. So this is a symbolical representation. The further points, some points are the thickness of P and N regions in this particular solar cell is very small, and the diffusion that also easily diffusion will be taken place. What is meant by diffusion? Entering of positive majority hole into N region, negative charge, that is electron, majority of electron in that N region enter into P region. That is explained by the word diffusion. So diffusion also easily will be taken place in this type of that is semiconductor. So that's why small regions P and the small N regions are there. So this is about construction. Then we move to the working procedure of this solar cell. What is the working? How it is going to be work? So already explained the principle itself. It convert light energy into electrical. So basic work function of working of this solar cell is because of the incident light. So how to explain the working? So we will explain this. When a light is exposed, on this particular system, that is arrangement, PN type, PN semiconductor, and also particularly on the surface of the glass. Then we talk generally if there is no load resistance are provided in the initial stage. Point number 1, the system is going to be exposed by light in the absence of the load resistance. Then automatically the in hole, that is a majority hole in the p-type semiconductor and majority electron in that n-type semiconductors are there actually. Then movement will be taken place. There is a movement from this p region and also n region. P region majority positive, n region majority that is electron. So the minority charge carrier of p region is electron. Minority charge carrier of n region is positive. These two are crosses through this diffusion area, and all the negative charges are accumulated in this n region. All the positive charges are accumulated in the p region. That everything taken place due to the incident light. Then finally the crossing will be taken place, that is positively charged hole and negatively charged electron that cross over this region, that is depletion region, that produces electricity. Here the produced electricity is directly proportional to intensity of the incident light. The produced electricity in this case is directly proportional to intensity of light. So when the load resistance is connected, and the load resistance are connected with the help of suitable conduct, metal conduct to this p and n type semiconductor, then automatically the flow will be taken place, that we called reverse current. So the reverse current development will be taken place. So as usual, when the incident light intensity further increases, then the production will be very high, that is production of electron hole will be very high. Then automatically the charge carrier movement will be taken place. Once an electron is produced, means automatically there is a vacant place, that we called hole. If a hole is there, automatically the majority charge, any electrons are available in the nearby region is occupied, try to occupy the region. So there is a flow of electron will be taken place, that we called electricity. So the electricity is going to be produced, that electricity, electron flow will be there, the electricity production is there. That electricity amount, strength of electricity produced in this way is very high if a large or high intensity beam is allowed to fall on this solar cell. That's why this solar cell is under the category of seasonal. It is a source that produces electricity, but it under the category of seasonal. Seasonal means whenever the light intensity is high, there is a formation of high electricity. Whenever the light intensity is reduces, that is during the cloudy time, the production of electricity is automatically going to be decreases. So that we called seasonal. Then so many advantages and disadvantages are there in this particular solar cell. So what are the advantages and disadvantages of this solar cell? The first advantage, we will take about the advantage of solar cell. First one is energy used by solar cell is renewable. Renewable energy. What is mean by renewable? Renewable means it's also called non-conventional. Renewable source of energy. That means this energy is going to be produced as long as the availability of sun is there. So it's not going to be terminated at any time. So it is a renewable source of energy. That is main advantage. The second one is it is eco-friendly. There is no fire, there is no waste, there is no carbon dioxide like gases come out during this the working of solar cell. So it is a eco-friendly device. Then it is also produces high efficiently that electricity. So efficiency is high, that is also advantage. The lifetime of solar cell is also very high. In future we all use this type of cell for our domestical electricity need. So that regard it is very useful, and also life duration is very long one. Then the disadvantage of this kind of solar cell is the investment. The initial investment cost is high. Initially we are going to spend some more cost. Initial investment high. Also it is a seasonal. That is summertime we are able to produce a large amount of electricity, but in the winter time the production may decreases. So that is why it also have some disadvantages. And also a small space, that is it needs some more spaces comparing other devices. More space is need. Photocell very small device. Comparing photocell, solar cell need some more space. The multiple of photodiode that form this solar cell. It need a huge space for providing it. That is a disadvantage. And also some application as we know that it is able to produce electricity, that is a very useful application of this solar cell. So in this regard, solar cell is a very useful device nowadays to produce electricity with initial investment high, but after that there is no further investment. Automatically we are able to get the electricity day by day in 24/7. That means in the night time also we are able to use this energy because of the storage system. By using storage system, morning time, every morning fully the cell is going to be absorb the light and is going to be store that electric charges that is able to use in that night time also. So it's a better device. So these are the that is the principal construction and how it is going to be work. The working process is divided into two. One is without the load resistance, and the second one is with the load resistance. Without load resistance what happen, then with the load resistance what happen. Then as usual, last the production amount of electricity produced by the solar cell is directly proportional to the intensity of the incident light. So a very easy question. Most probably this is a 8-mark question. So very important question. So learn thoroughly. So we'll see in the next video. Thank you.